first guest tonight revels in interrupting me while I deliver his intro, but today he promised not to. You know him from such shows as Alien Earth.
I drew that.
You drew that.
Yeah.
Can we show everybody what he drew? That's what.
Yeah.
So you got to the cue card. You got to Wally, the cue card guy, and you drew that.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but since we're talking,
Yep.
if this is rude, forgive me, but would you take this out there for me?
Why don't you bring it out when you come?
Last time I did that, you made fun of me.
So you want me to come get it now and place it here so you don't have to walk out with it?
I just think it's in bad taste to walk out with it when you introduce me. I'll come out. I'll meet you halfway. I'll meet you halfway.
I feel like this is worse. All right. You know him from such shows as Alien Earth, Deadwood, and Justified, and what's this? Oh, all right, yeah.
Get it? You get it?
Yeah, five-star weekend.
There's 5 fingers.
Yeah. 5-star weekend. That's really good. All right.
Thanks.
These are very good hands. He's currently starring in Lucky, which is available now on Apple TV with new episodes dropping on Wednesday. Please
See
welcome.
the little guy, though? Did you see the little guy?
Yep.
He's like a.
Oh, he's giving me a middle finger too. I will say I missed the middle finger, so
I thought you did, because that's why I wanted to
maybe go back to it. Great. You know what? I might just pour this out. I feel like you've hit your limit, sir. Please welcome back to the show one hell of a guy. Did you write that too, or we did that one?
Sorry?
Never mind. Timothy Olyphant, everybody. I hate to pay you a compliment, but we talked about last time you were here, you drew on the cue cards and badly.
Well, yeah, you thought I had drawn on the cards.
Yeah.
And it was actually, yeah.
That's what you did last time.
And then I was slightly offended that you thought I drew on
Right,
those.
so because you were an art student back in the day.
And I promised you, I mean, I think everyone knows now.
Yeah.
You saw those.
Yeah.
And this education's going to good use. I was like,
We sent cue cards to your hotel last night. You actually worked on them last night.
Hold on. You've given them too much information.
What?
Just because you sent them to my hotel last night doesn't mean I worked on them. You and I were drinking last night.
We were drinking last night, yeah.
What are you talking about? I didn't draw last night.
So you woke up today and did them? Like, what?
I did them just on the way over.
You were doing it in the car? You were doing your cue card art in the car?
Well, I did them right before okay, truth be told.
Right. By the way, when you're like, please don't ever say I'm giving them too much information. Like, it's literally all you do is give people too much. Like, I didn't do it last night. I did it in the car. In the car? No, well, before the car. And they're very good. They're very good. Look at that.
I'm in 2 shows right now.
Yeah.
We should talk about that.
You got a new Apple TV miniseries?
I have 2. Let me tell you something that's amazing, which is I was so fortunate. 2 shows with all these incredible women. It was like the 5-star weekend, which is doing incredibly well.
Over on Peacock over here.
Wonderful. Okay. I'm just in there with all these, and then there's Lucky with Anya Taylor. So which is doing wonderfully well as well. So you got like you got Jennifer Garner and Gemma Chan and Darcy Carden is amazing, Regina Hall, and then you got Chloe Sevigny and all these incredible women at back-to-back shows. So the show Lucky with Anya Taylor-Joy. We an incredible show, and I do think we brought a clip.
Yeah. Do you want to set up the clip at all, or should we just roll it?
I don't think we need to set it up. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's sort of a father-daughter fraught relationship. I think it's sort of
all right, great. Let's take a look.
Explains itself.
All right, let's take a look at the clip from Lucky.
Hey, what's up, racing? It's your friend, Timothy Olyphant. Listen, your mom wants to wish you a happy birthday and say that while you two still disagree on whether your actions January 6th constituted an insurrection, she was glad to hear of your recent pardoning, and you are still invited to Thanksgiving. Maybe just keep politics off the table. Congrats on your release. I've never been to prison, but I am doing the Seth Meyers show tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure I know what it feels like. Be good, buddy.
Clearly, that's not the right clip.
You brought the wrong camera.
Yeah, I brought the...
Yeah. What do you think happened there?
I think what happened is I gave your people a cameo.
Yeah?
And I sent Pardon Insurrectionist a clip from Lucky.
Yeah.
First 4 episodes streaming right now on Apple TV.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, but did you say that doing this show was like going to prison?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
All right, you know what?
It's right there.
I'm not gonna let you.
Right,
you know, let's just
name.
go
it's
to commercial.
Absolute.
We'll be
choice.
right back with more from my friend Timothy.
So she needs to bring me the money, John, quickly. Then I can just smooth things over with Wayne, keep both of our kids from getting killed.
Your boy, he went rogue.
Or somebody grabbed him. I'm still figuring out that piece.
Well, either way, it means she doesn't have the money anymore.
If she doesn't yet, you and I both know she soon will. I saw her.
Yeah? How'd that go?
It wasn't a banner day for her.
But she walked away.
Guessing it was more of a limp.
Welcome back, everybody. Here with Timothy Olyphant. That was an actual clip from Lucky, and we have a little bit.
Can I just say the incredible Annette Bening?
The incredible Annette Bening.
One of the true honors of my professional career, working with that woman.
That's amazing. She's. Do you feel like she would say the same about working with you?
She said, first hour and a half, he tried to explain everything to me.
Yeah.
And then he finally realized I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I knew what I was doing.
I was like, oh, yeah, you were in The Grifters. I had that moment where I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, one
got-
of the best con man movies of all time, con person movie. I call them con people, unlike you. Last time you were here, you complained that you didn't have your own mug.
Well, I complain all the time. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And
You're one of the few guests who treats this like you're at a restaurant and we want feedback. You're the only one who, when you leave, you're like, you guys still have no Yelp pages for me to...
I can't believe there's not a suggestion box on the way out. It feels like your guests would love to just be able to drop in a little...
Yeah, just
you know
like what
I'm
I'd
not
like
just
different.
For me, I'm speaking on behalf of every...
Yeah,
you know
sure.
what I mean?
You, so we made you a mug for, now you'll have this every time you come.
Oh, my God.
Do you like it? Are you happy?
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, that is so...
Great. It's great.
First of all, that's lovely. It's like a real thing.
Yeah, we are gonna ask you to leave it here because we're gonna use it for other Tims.
You call Chalamet Tim, he'll be offended.
That's true. Yeah, oh no, Chalamet gets his own mug.
Yeah.
We're not sharing Chalamet's mug with anybody.
Could you please give him this mug and
Yeah.
see if he notices?
Yeah, I will.
Could you?
Yeah.
Who else we got? There's some others.
Tim Robbins, we'll give it to him. Tim Robbins' son. There's a lot of Tims out
By
there.
the way, they're all great.
They're all great, yeah. It's a real good time to be a Tim in showbiz.
By the way, Seth's are doing strong.
Yeah, it's a good time for Seth, too. Thank you. Really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Rogan, McFarlane,
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
Hey,
and you're bringing it up. Hold them up. Doing your part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so hold them up, meaning I'm at the bottom of this. I'm the cheerleader who's kind of hunched over while the rest of them are
Those are your
bottom
words.
of the pyramid.
Those are your words.
Okay. I saw you last night. We met for a drink, and we had a couple. It was great. I
great?
will say I walked in, I kind of forgot that you have to do this for a part. and I was worried that you had just...
Seth, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but you are talking to a guy who applies his own brow gel.
Yeah.
These right here these are this color.
Yeah.
Without the proper makeup.
So you... and
we're shooting season 2 of Alien Earth.
And I will say I love season 1 of Alien Earth. I'm so excited.
Very kind.
There's another one.
Thank you. Thank you. We were kind of fishing. We were fishing.
We were fishing, but we got it. We got it. They bit.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about walking around with your hair like this? For those who haven't seen Alien Earth, are you worried that people will think that you had a fright?
I kind of dig it. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a Billy Joe Armstrong-y kind of. I kind of dig the look.
Yeah. And your family, where do they land on the look? I know it's
the problem with the brows. I mean, my wife's not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
But it was the brows which are also bleached.
Yeah.
The reason I discovered the brow gel is because every time I would get dressed to go out with her, and I invariably do that thing that I've never stopped doing for 35 years, which is like, honey, how's this look? Yeah. And then she would just look at me and go, it's just the eyebrows. So this year, it just occurred to me, I didn't do it at all for season 1.
You had just white eyebrows everywhere.
I just went around everywhere with white eyebrows, which my apologies, honey. She's right over there. But this year, I was like, oh, wait, brow gel. I think actually she said, you could put makeup on.
Right. That's great at the last minute that you gave her credit for this idea.
I'm playing this back in my head, and I don't see how there was a negative here. Why are you pointing out the negative?
You know what? It's never a negative when you're here.
What are you saying?
It's all positives.
You're saying I gave her the...
Look at this. Look at me explaining to you
I'm
like
looking
you're...
at you. It's offensive. Treat me as if I had my own mug, goddammit.
Yeah. You know what? You got a loaner mug, and we do hope to make it permanent.
Oh, wait, I got to work here?
No. God, no.
God, no.
God knows.
Wow. Hold on.
Oh, please.
Hold on.
Everybody says we love him in small doses. That's what we say.
It's like, it's like that new Coke. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
Everyone loved it, unless they had to drink a whole can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You're the first sip of new Coke, and we're so happy to have you. Man, congrats. 2 shows? Is that true? That's what you keep telling me every time you open your mouth.
Shut up.
2 shows and another one on the way. Oh
Last night, you said to me very kindly when you first walked in, and you said, hey, tell me about this show. And I just said, you liked the show or whatever, and I said, thank you. But what I wanted to say is, which one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't do that because I'm classy. And don't let him tell you any different.
You don't. But by the way, you said exactly what you just said. You were like, what I want to say. When you keep doing this thing where you're like, what I want to say is, and then you say it, you know that we all see that as you trying to be like, it's a loophole, but...
I feel like it's okay for me to divulge things that we talked about, but it's not okay for you to talk about what we talked about.
I hate that we have these different rules for our interaction.
It just feels like I'm saying things that are shining both of us in a good light, and then you say things that make me in a negative light.
I'm gonna say the positive, because we each had 2 drinks, and it was getting late, and the waiter came over, and I was like, and you were like, we have a show tomorrow, sir.
You're giving me credit for
I am.
cutting
You were the
us
one
off?
who cut us off, and I felt a lot better this morning, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Timothy Olyphant, everybody. New episodes of Lucky, one of his 2 shows. Premiere on Apple TV Wednesday. Stick around. Be right back with Cooper Hoffman.